When we think of movie sets, images of glamour, action, and behind-the-scenes magic come to mind. But beyond the bright lights and blockbuster stunts lies a darker, often overlooked reality. The danger that comes with making movie magic happen. For some actors, the pursuit of art and authenticity has ended in heartbreaking tragedy. Over the years, there have been incidents where real-life accidents turn deadly, cutting short promising careers and leaving permanent marks on the industry. These moments serve as solemn reminders of the risks actors and crew members face to bring stories to life on the big screen. Let's take a look at some of the most tragic cases of actors who lost their lives while on set. Brandon Lee's story is as haunting as it is heartbreaking, and it's one that echoes the very themes of fate and vengeance woven into The Crow, the film that ultimately claimed his life. Brandon, son of the legendary martial artist and actor Bruce Lee, had a bright future ahead. He had already begun carving out his own space in Hollywood, with his charisma and talent lighting up the screen. When he landed the role of Eric Draven, a rock musician brought back to life to avenge his own murder, it seemed like a career-defining moment. Yet, the eeriness of life imitating art would soon take a tragic turn. On the fateful day of March 31st, 1993, during the filming of a pivotal scene where Draven is shot by thugs, Lee was struck by what was supposed to be a harmless prop bullet. However, this wasn't just any prop. It was a mishandled gun loaded with a dummy cartridge that, due to a catastrophic oversight, had a projectile lodged in the barrel. When a blank round was fired, it propelled the lodged bullet forward, hitting Lee in the chest. At first, the cast and crew were unaware of the severity of what had happened. As Brandon fell backward instead of forward as scripted, there was an awkward pause on set. Some believed he was playing an elaborate prank, but the tension in the air soon grew palpable. Stunt coordinator Jeff Amato was one of the first to realize something was terribly wrong when Lee's breathing became labored, and he lay motionless long after the director shouted, "Cut!" The chaotic energy shifted into panic as the crew rushed to his aid, but it was too late. Lee was taken to New Hanover Regional Medical Center in Wilmington, North Carolina, where doctors battled for hours to save him. Despite their efforts, he was pronounced dead. Later that day, the accident cast a dark shadow over The Crow's production, giving the film a haunting reputation even before its release. It left fans mourning not only a life that ended far too soon, but also the what could have been of Brandon's promising career. The tragedy sparked conversations about safety protocols on set, leading to stricter regulations regarding prop weapons. Yet, despite the sorrow, The Crow was completed with the blessing of Lee's family, serving as both a tribute to his talent and a bittersweet reminder of the risks that can come with bringing fiction to life.
You're bleeding all over the place. What happened?
I got shot.
You know, I knew you got shot, but I thought you were invincible.
Yeah, well, I was. I'm not anymore. Sorry.
On October 21st, 2021, what should have been a regular day on the set of Rust, a Western film set against the rugged backdrop of New Mexico, turned into a tragedy that rocked Hollywood to its core. The day began like any other on set, with actors rehearsing scenes, crew members shuffling equipment, and the unmistakable energy of creative chaos in the air. At the heart of this bustling environment was Alec Baldwin, the film's lead actor and producer, preparing for a scene that required him to handle a firearm, a moment that would soon turn nightmarishly real. As Baldwin rehearsed a scene inside the rustic church set, he aimed what he believed was a cold gun, a term for a firearm that is checked and declared safe by the armorer, toward the camera. In an instant that still haunts those who were there, the gun discharged. The crack of the shot broke through the noise of the set, followed by silence as confusion set in. At first, no one fully understood what had happened. It was only when Halyna Hutchins, the talented cinematographer with a bright future ahead, staggered back and collapsed that the grim reality set in. Director Joel Souza, who was also hit by the projectile, fell beside her, injured but conscious. The scene that followed was chaos. Crew members shouted for medics as panic spread like wildfire. Hutchins was rushed to the University of New Mexico hospital, but despite the emergency response, the devastating news soon spread. Halyna Hutchins had succumbed to her injuries. The world had lost an artist in the prime of her life, a mother and a respected colleague whose vision and passion lit up every project she touched. The investigation that followed painted a troubling picture of negligence and safety oversights. Authorities focused on the production's armorer, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, whose responsibilities included overseeing weapons and ensuring their safety. Allegations arose about her inexperience and prior lapses in following basic firearm protocols. This incident wasn't just a freak accident, it was an unraveling of a system where cut corners and rushed decisions can have fatal consequences. The production team faced accusations of gross negligence, and Baldwin, whose career took an unexpected turn, found himself facing manslaughter charges as the industry reeled from the shock. The story of Rust is now a cautionary tale etched into the history of Hollywood, a grim reminder that behind the glitz and cinematic magic lies the real risk and responsibility of ensuring safety on set. Hutchins' tragic death reignited discussions on the importance of thorough safety measures, leading to calls for change and stricter regulations involving prop weapons. The shadow of that day remains, a poignant memory of a life cut short and a film that became infamous for all the wrong reasons.
Everybody stops what they're doing right now. This is a crime scene.
It should have been a cold gun with no rounds inside or dummy rounds, cosmetic rounds, no flash. I take the gun out slowly, I cock the pistol, bang, it goes up, she hits the ground. She goes down.
It's a very loud bang, and it felt like somebody kicked me in the shoulder, and then I was down on my ass, and then I looked over and see the cinematographer, Helena Hutchins, with blood coming out of her back.
The set of The Walking Dead was known for its gritty realism, bringing to life a world ravaged by the undead with hair-raising stunts and jaw-dropping effects. But on a day in 2017, this dedication to authenticity turned heartbreakingly tragic. John Bernecker, a talented stuntman with a reputation for fearlessness, was preparing to film a scene that would challenge even the most seasoned professionals. It was supposed to be another impressive moment in his career, but it instead marked his final performance. The scene involved a high fall from a balcony, a common but dangerous stunt that Bernecker had executed countless times before. He stood 20 feet above a concrete floor, his eyes focused and muscles tense. Below him was a series of safety measures designed to cushion any misstep, a familiar landscape of crash pads and carefully positioned crew members. However, on that day, something went terribly wrong. As Bernecker made the move, a miscalculation in his trajectory led him to miss the majority of the safety padding, sending him crashing to the unforgiving concrete below. The sound of the impact was enough to freeze everyone in place. Gasps swept through the set, and the crew members' adrenaline-fueled urgency replaced the usual controlled chaos. Medics were called in, and Bernecker was rushed to the hospital with severe head injuries. The prognosis was grim, and within days, the devastating news was confirmed. John Bernecker had succumbed to his injuries. The loss was a crushing blow to his family, friends, and the entertainment industry, which had lost one of its most skilled and admired stunt performers. What followed was a period of intense scrutiny, as questions were raised about safety protocols and the risks stunt performers face for the sake of realism. The production was temporarily halted, casting a shadow over what would become The Walking Dead's 8th season. Co-workers and fans alike mourned Bernecker, who was not just a fearless professional, but a dedicated craftsman who brought authenticity and heart to every project. The season's premiere episode was eventually dedicated to his memory, serving as both a tribute to his talent and a solemn reminder of the price that can be paid in the pursuit of entertainment. Bernecker's tragic accident sparked industry-wide discussions about the inherent dangers faced by stunt performers. Although risks are a known part of the job, this incident shined a harsh light on the fine line between dramatic realism and preventable tragedy. It served as a call for better safety measures, ensuring that the stories we love to watch don't come at such a heavy cost. Through this heart-wrenching loss, the legacy of John Bernecker became more than just the stunts he mastered. It became a story of passion, bravery, and the ongoing fight for a safer, more conscientious industry.